Brazil is a huge country, and there's a very, very, very big variety of rhythms. So it depends on where you go in Brazil. You're going to find some very special instruments, as well as the rhythms. And I was trained. I've been playing a lot of Brazilian traditional stuff, but I don't know, it happened to me that I was really interested in creating my own way of playing the instruments, searching for new possibilities, sound possibilities and technique possibilities. And then I try to escape a little bit from the traditional. I do know the traditional, but I try to find my own way. I think it has a lot to do with having fun as a little kid sometimes. And then I should tell you the story about this beautiful instrument. This is the udu. It's an African instrument that comes from Nigeria. And I can tell you the story that I went to this shop in Brazil, and a very similar instrument to this one was sitting there somewhere, and I looked and said, oh, I should try this. As it happens with all the instruments you see. If you are a percussionist, you have to try. And then I took it, and it was amazing because it was very easy for me to play. I don't know, I think it was a love story. So we got on really well together. And then I would like to show you a little bit the technique. There's a lot of people who are playing this instrument, but I think I came up with some good ideas to play some very personal technique that I would like to share with you now. So the udu, you have the bass sounds, the very deep bass, and then you have a higher pitched bass, and then you have the high pitched sounds, which mainly use your finger. It's very sometimes similar to the gatam technique or tabla, that you use your fingers. Then I would like to show you a little bit. This is a kind of finger slap that I used to call it. Very bright sound. And then the idea here, I think, is to kind of imitate the sound of the drums. I was also a drummer, a heavy metal drummer, believe it or not. Long hair, and well, the hair is gone. But I used to play the drums, and I tried to apply the concepts from the drum set to the instruments I play. So in this case, they would do, if you think of the bass. So the idea is you have the high-pitched sounds that may sound a little bit like the hi-hat sometimes. You have the bass drum, or for example, you can have a kind of a snare sound. And then for me, it's an instrument that gives you so many possibilities. And I think I fell in love, and I started playing by that time. I bought the instrument, and I never stopped, and I think that my project, so this is a very, very important piece that I use in my project.